live.
There you are.
Yeah, we are live.
Are we? For sure now? For reals?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, I said I was gonna avoid that. I was even waiting for it. The echo.
Oh, no
Never
echo.
know.
So I'm trying to get my screen all set up so I can see the chat and everybody. But hi everyone, welcome to the R&R show. We have Ransom, my co-host, and
that was me.
Oops. It always happens. I'm telling you. Now, Mr. Ransom here, he's a pro, so he got this, right?
Sometimes. I still do it.
Hi, everyone.
Yes, we're going to have different guests. We have Brian from the Milky Way Weekly and Anya Tech. So welcome to the R&R show. New Year's special, pre-New Year's.
Pre.
Watch it on the rerun. It'll be all right.
Yeah. For some reason, I thought that today was the 31st, and then I realized it wasn't. So I said, F it. I'm sure tomorrow there's going to be people like you were saying you're going to be on Wayne's show and what other show, Brian?
And Steve Slightly Slanted Sleuth show.
Oh, see, there you go. So I think it ended up working out fine because I'm sure people will be making shows and stuff. So,
absolutely, good jump on it.
So hi, Scratch, Seven Serpents, Eric, Mary, everybody, hello and welcome.
Happy day before the New Year's Eve.
Yep, the pre-New Year's Eve celebration.
Celebration.
So Suze is gonna join us. Also, I invited also Max Vision and Mother Nature. Hello. And I'm missing somebody. Oh, Nis. So the mic come in sometime. So yeah, so today I don't know. I thought maybe we should maybe we can wait to see if there's more people gonna come in, but I thought it would be a good conversation to see, kind of wrap up how each individual of you guys, how your year went and how you guys gonna close it out, and what's your, I guess, resolutions or wishes or dreams or whatever for next year, 2019, baby.
My resolutions are not to have any resolutions that I don't keep.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to get...
try to be a better person.
Yeah. I try that every year, though.
Yeah. At least I can try to live up to that one.
Yeah.
You are a good person, Ransom, Brian.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I try.
Well,
I plan for sure to keep breathing at least. Another year. I don't know, man. They kind of whip by now. I don't even pay attention really to all the holidays and stuff. So I have been lately more celestial events, not holidays per se. So those are kind of the things I pay attention to instead of Christmas or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I do pay attention to the years, and it seemed like...
I think you got a guest.
Oh, hold on, let me... Oh, Swiss in the house.
I am in the house.
Sorry, I'm just trying to keep an eye out for you.
No, thank you. It's kind of because I'm looking at the chat and everything. So, no, thank you. Hi, Sue.
Hello. How are you?
Good. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you.
Oh, my God. I need patience. I need a lot of patience. I turned the chat off.
Oh, no.
I get distracted by it, though.
Guys.
Are you drinking alcohol, Anya?
No, that is chocolate milk.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh, you're living dangerous.
Oh my God. The chat.
I was going to get something I forgot at the store because I don't usually buy it, so I didn't even think about it when I was in there.
No, it's something like Bailey's I got from a customer.
Oh, Bailey's chocolate milk. Oh, okay, I see. No.
I went
Now
to
we'll get to the
Walmart.
bottom of it.
I went to Walmart earlier, and they have a, the wine selection place, and I went in there looking for mead, and they didn't have any. So I was like,
What?
yeah,
That's messed up.
yeah.
In all of
This is
Houston,
wrong.
Well, I don't know about all Houston. I just went to one place. I didn't try that hard. So how you been, Sue?
I'm doing all right. It's been a little crazy today, a little crazy around here.
Oh yeah.
You never know when you're going to have a hurricane at my house.
You have a teenager home, right?
Yeah.
oh yeah.
So we were saying, I was actually asking everybody that I would like to talk a little bit about like the things that we had learned this 2018 and what we want to accomplish or wish or dream or whatever for 2019. So Ransom and Brian said that they want to try to be better persons, right?
Yeah, and keep reading.
Oh, and keep reading.
Don't forget
Yes.
about that one. Well, hopefully I'll make up and invent some stuff this year, some cool videos or something. I don't know. I just do whatever I feel like all the time. So it's like, I'm going to do the same thing I did this year. It worked out pretty good.
Like for me, 2018, I remember last year, on the winter of 2017, that's when I started my YouTube channel, right? Yes. That's when I just make sure I got the right dates right. I started my YouTube channel, and I remember that I kept feeling like for 2018 that I was gonna pursue my happiness, and that has taken me into a roller coaster ride. So, but again, I feel like I accomplished that, and I feel like I guess the name for this 2018, the closure of the year for me, the theme will be like something like the end of the beginning, or of a new beginning, or
What about rebirth?
Beginning of the end.
Yes, that.
End of the beginning.
Yes.
The
So,
beginning of the end.
huh?
Or to new beginnings, you mean?
The end and new beginnings.
Yeah. All right, cool.
So, again, I think it's gonna be another cool year coming ahead.
Me too. I think 2020 is going to be the bizarre year. Not 2019 is going to be like a little rest before 2020. Everybody will have a pretty good year this year. It won't be that bad. And then 2020, people will lose their minds worse than you think they are now.
I think what's important in 2019, just looking at what 2018 was like, is learning, is everyone to not learning, but more incorporating more of this sort of spiritual, like intuitive living that we've all started doing. I think all of us really, from what I know of everyone on here, I mean, I look at the start of 2018, and for me, it was like, and it's 11 year. I matched the universal year, so I'm in an 11 year for numerology. And the first of the year comes around, and I get this message that I'm supposed to start doing readings, doing cards, and doing sessions again, which I haven't done in 20 years, right? Professionally.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It just came out of nowhere. I'm like, why would I do that? I have a professional, I'm professional. how am I even going to do that? And I'm just like, okay, I'll just do it. So I just started doing it. And that's how I ended up doing YouTube. And as the year has gone on, it's taken on a life of its own, but that's just kind of an example of like living intuitively. And, my whole world has changed. I think that's true for a lot of us. Cause like how many of us knew each other last year at this time?
We kind of, I remember like, it was on New Year's when Anya showed up in somebody's chat. And I remember she was saying that she just find out that there was chats on YouTube or something.
Yeah, live streams. That's when I found out on New Year's a year ago.
Yeah.
I found out, I'm like, that's cool. That's like in the 90s chat room. Woo!
Do you remember what chat room was it?
Maybe Rex?
Yeah.
I know Ransom was there too.
Yeah.
Well,
Could it be Rex?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Rex
bounce
is-
around the chats randomly though. I'll just drop in on people's channels sometimes and listen to their channel while I'm working or something.
No, it was a show.
Oh, cool.
Didn't you do a show with Jeff and them for New Year's, or it wasn't the New Year's?
Wayne, yeah. Wait, they all did a show, didn't they?
Rex.
Wayne, Jeff, and weren't Heidi and
Oh yeah, Heidi was that.
Yeah, they did a show too. Yeah,
Maybe it was that one. Yeah.
We did.
but
the
I
end
just
of the-
remember it was New Year, and then I was like, wow, yeah, and that's how you end up here now. Like, how did we get here? It's like,
Yeah, how did we get here? How did we
it's
get
like
here?
amazing, and so much has changed. I mean, I was into all that stuff before, but now it got really more intense, right?
And everyone was always saying, oh, like me, the same. I don't have anyone that lives around me that is into this. Who can I talk to about this stuff? They all think I'm crazy. So I'm just very isolated. And now there's a whole world of us out there. We're all over the world, but we can connect, and it's awesome.
Yeah, it's nice that we can say now that we actually, you know, if something happens to us, that, you know, if you tell your people around you, your mom, your daughter, or, you know, they're gonna think you're freaking crazy. Like, okay, you need to go see the cuckoo doctor. But you know,
to me, I think that's further proof that we all really did find each other.
Yeah. Meet some really cool people on YouTube, because it's a unique thing, because you kind of get to see how they behave before you talk to them.
Yeah.
Like, watch their channel for a while before you even engage them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a nice thing. I mean, everybody's bitching about technology, but without that technology, we couldn't talk to each other. We couldn't see each other. And that's much nicer than writing a letter or being on the phone. You see each other, like, you know, you can have a drink together and
hang out in my living room.
Yeah, or in mine, you know?
Even though it's chocolate milk.
It's chocolate milk.
Right.
Not eggnog.
Eggnog. I don't like eggnog. Ugh.
Well, they must not have put the booze in it for you.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But
yeah, you're right, Sue, of what you were saying, because like I was saying, you know, before, you know, when I start waking up like spiritually, I mean, it was already like that when I first start finding out about government stuff and like, you know, the vaccines and everything. Oh, and Brian just left.
Bye, Brian.
Thank you for coming by, Brian.
See you next year.
Happy New Year.
What is with the weird little sci-fi sound they added to when people leave? Weird. I didn't know what that was for a while. I was like, did somebody just cast a spell?
Anya, your hair looks so pretty, by the way.
Yeah.
Sorry, I digress, but it looks awesome.
No.
Thank you.
Did you guys already talk about your hair? I'm sorry that I was late, by the way.
Oh no, you're good. No, I like I said, people are gonna come in and out. You see, like Brian, you know,
Like Brian's just gonna go not say a word.
yeah, just like that. So you're good.
Anna, do you know actually the sign you painted yourself in the back?
Yeah.
There
You
he
could
is.
see this as a big, big binding rune. Like
Really?
without the square around,
Let me get it.
like the cross.
Oh yeah, I told her it was the top of the pyramid. It's like
So
an eight-sided
actually,
pyramid.
all
like
these, you know, like that is actually the symbol of strength.
Oh,
The
really?
binding rune, a symbol of strength.
Awesome.
That's cool. See, I paint things that I don't even know, like what I'm painting.
You're channeling.
That's like Brian doing his videos. Brian's always telling me, oh, I'm doing this video or doing that video, and then it's all these synchronicities.
Right? That happens a lot.
Oh God, I'm gonna take someone's.
What's going on down there?
But
Nothing.
so how do you guys think about Ransom sharing maybe a news article and we'll all comment on it?
We'll tear it up.
Yeah.
Should we do some gematria on it?
Gematria. I always find numbers in the news all the time.
Well, yeah, that's because they use numbers. It's their spell casting.
Right? 11's like a main number and everything.
33 is another one.
22.
Anytime you see the number 33 in the news article on like CNN or one of those channels, there's some falseness going on there almost every time. You see that number pop up so often, or you see it in the timestamps.
Yeah, I put 33 on that one because I'm 33 years old.
Ooh, that power number, 33.
Yeah, my enlightened years, right?
Yeah, you should be fully awake by now, huh? Let's see here.
Something.
Are you gonna screen share?
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I open the right window. That's all. I think it's this one.
And thank you everybody for coming by the way.
Oh, wrong one. That's my other one with uploads on it.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Speaking of numbers, here's a good one. $11,000 blunt. How did they pick the number 11,000? That must be some really, really fancy stuff there.
Wait, what?
Gold ATMs?
I actually thought you guys would want to break down this thing. They're planning this Illuminati Eyes Wide Shut party in New Year's Eve in New York.
Oh, lovely.
Famous lady. It's yeah, look, they even call it that Eyes Wide Shut style blowout. 800 guests. And I always think that, these elite people, they do weird stuff like that at these events. And then they have these little fake ones that they let the press look at.
Right. Yes.
There's some numbers in there. There's shelling out $200 to $400 a ticket. That's pretty expensive, man. But I would think if it was a real elite, you wouldn't be able to get in there with this amount of money. You'd have to have magic owls come and deliver you the hand, like on Harry Potter. Here you go. You need to come to the elite party. But it's weird that these people are kind of sycophants for the like this, where they try to mimic them and copy them, even with the lower high end. To us, this would probably be high end. I couldn't even afford a drink in there, I bet.
No.
Damn.
I wouldn't even want to afford a drink in there.
Right.
Yeah, I always see these double digits too. When not saying that is anything, but when they upload articles, a lot of the times, if you look at the time they upload it, it's always double digits. Like it's 255 or 244 or
What's that? The Eyes Wide Shut in Gematria and the full reduction sums to 55. So there's your
wow.
Your 55 right there already syncing up.
That's great. Yeah, I wonder if this guy's birthday is around then too. No. It's number 54. Like yeah, they want, and see, they talking about this. It's kind of all of that stuff's after the real elites that do throw these parties, and we've seen little into it. So that's freaky. Look at what she's wearing there. This is what she's into anyway.
Nice. Not.
Maybe
well, that's all you need to wear.
Yeah, just horns and a knife. Okay, or whatever that is.
Wow.
What do you guys think about? You think this is true though, that people are seeing more and more of these TR3Bs that are more like, I think they're government stuff than extraterrestrial. I think they copied them, but people are claiming to see them everywhere, and supposedly the numbers going up. And I always trip on this whole title here. It's like a
Did you see that one where they had that SpaceX launch and you could see the TR3B go behind it?
No, that's trippy. But these triangles showing up everywhere.
Yeah.
In Ohio, I guess.
They look like little orbs.
Yeah, and the only way half the time we even know it's a triangle is by the light. So it could be a circle with a triangle on it. I don't know. I mean, you know what I mean? You can't see the non-illuminated part of it. But I always trip that I'm supposed to be impressed with the blotchy ones. But like like Milky said, there's some really good ones out there that's hard to distinguish. You know, is that did somebody put that in there with some software, or is that the original video? And it is, I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, look, this is, I was tripped on this guy's channel too. So this, what do you call that? The Dematria. It's even in the channels that are on YouTube.
He's legit, isn't he, Mr. MBB?
Yeah, there's no reason to not think that a video is something, but he plays all kinds of stuff. But supposedly the numbers of people filming these are going up. I don't know. You think they're coming to collect us? And I thought this was messed up. They're making weaponized porn. So like, you know, we're sitting here making a New Year's video and we got our faces on here, and some little nerd at a company can take our faces and put it on like already made stuff, and then they resell it with faces on it. So like they were talking about, there's all these victims of CGI made porn, and then, you know, that's kind of why I had this by this, because I can't even believe what I watch on anything from the news. In China, they started airing that AI, you know, news anchor, and he looks pretty real. I mean, you can still tell it's like fake, but with the little graininess, I wouldn't even know that wasn't a real person because I don't speak Chinese. I bet they know, but by the way it talks, that it's a AI thing. They're just making all kinds of weird stuff, and I don't know what this is. This has nothing to do with the article, but
wow. All right.
Yeah, she's doing something up there. She's getting into her spirit world right there.
Maybe it's ecstatic dance.
No, but this was supposed to be a bunch of people risking their life out on the interstate for beer. You know, alcohol is so important that people jump in front of traffic to try to get it up because it fell off a truck.
Holy shit.
Look at them. Yeah, it's beer time. Beer 30.
Wow.
I wouldn't even care. I'd just drive by this and try not to get a flat tire. Oh, and they were going to have a women's march in California, but all of the people that were going to come were too white, so they canceled it.
Wow.
It wasn't the image that they wanted to show, so they just can't. They said no. Too many white ladies, too many white liberals were going to show up, and they needed diversity, so they just canceled it. I think that's funny though, because if you ever watch these videos of people that are acting really, really far left, it's usually white people that are screaming about everyone else's oppression. Like, and they're usually like upper middle class people that probably have never had it rough in their life, but they're out screaming as social justice warriors.
They're probably those videos are all probably fake anyway. You know, pretty much. I think pretty much most of the videos we see on the news, all that stuff is staged anymore.
Yeah.
No, I think you're right. I think that's true, man. And people want their little, 5 seconds of fame or something if they can get on the fake news sites and get plastered all over the news media. They love it.
Well, I've seen videos. I'm sure you have too, of the like on CNN where they use the same crisis actor in different videos. It's just like, wow.
Yeah, you're not supposed to notice stuff like that.
I even remember 3 years ago, I went to the Anonymous March here, and we didn't have that many people anymore. It became less and less every year. So let's say we've been maybe 200 that year. So, and we had cops, one car driving in front so we could walk on the street safe, and one cop on a bicycle next to us. What are you protesting? What is he protesting? So chit-chatting with us, really nice. Next day, CNN News. Woo, baby. A protest march of the hacker group Anonymous. Like thousands of the protesters of the Anonymous group. Luckily, the protest march went peaceful. Thankfully, the police got it under control.
Oh, God.
And I was there. I'm like,
were you on CNN?
Yeah, not me personal, but the protest march. And of course, they filmed it so weird from the angle. It looked like thousands on the street in downtown.
That's funny.
And I was like, seriously, Like,
we all got to see it when the elections with the presidential elections, where Hillary Clinton will have like not people, and they will make it seem like she was so crowded, and they will only show Trump like a really small section of the entire place full. Yeah, it's all fake. And then I remember one time when because she got real sick. Remember Hillary Clinton? She had her episodes, right? So they were saying that, and I don't know, what do you guys think, that one of her speeches, they kind of like Photoshop it and make it like fake? It didn't really happen.
I was going to bring that up. There was one where she started looking and talking to the crowd that wasn't there. On the green screen, it was just a wall there. And then their phones, they all had their phones up, and it was on all the images on the phone were of another event. It wasn't even the one that she was like acting like she was at. So the crowd was fake. The room was fake. So they just green screened her walking up a little thing by a podium, and they probably took some picture flashes in the background. That's kind of messed up that they're so fake like that.
Yeah.
But it's even on YouTube. I'm gonna give Tyler from Secure Team the benefit of the doubt that he gets a lot of messages. I mean, he has a big channel, but he was using the drone footage that was on my channel, and the guy that filmed the drone footage hadn't uploaded his, and he was saying, I don't know if they're FBI, if there aren't.
It was hilarious.
That was Ransom and his son.
I know. I remember that. That was so funny.
That's funny.
I knew it, Ransom. Deep inside, I always knew it.
You're
just playing us all. Come on.
Your
son got in at an early age.
Hi, Max.
Hi,
Max.
Hi, Max.
We can't see. Oh, there you are.
There he is. Hey, Max.
Yeah, my hair's not doing too well. So.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, it looks good, man.
How's it going?
It was not doing well? What?
Happy almost New Year.
Yes, exactly. Almost.
Actually, if we did the show long enough, it would be New Year's on the other side of the world, wouldn't it? And then we'd be on time for other people.
Yeah, 30 minutes from now, it'll be New Year's somewhere, or where it probably already is New Year's somewhere, right? Isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Australia tonight.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Australia's got to be getting close. Australia's like 17 hours ahead of me here.
Probably New Year's in China now.
So
Somewhere.
40 p.m. in
New Year's Eve.
Australia. So they're close. They're the closest.
Oh, wow.
Talking about
but we have Turtle too. He's in Japan. I don't know the time difference to there.
I'll say, talking about time jumping, some people, like, they already passed to 2019. We're still in 2018. So.
Man.
Oh, way ahead of us.
But no, I was gonna say Ransom is gonna be known as the dude that went to the Sunspot dude.
The Sunspot dude, man.
So that happened this year, so that's kind of cool, right?
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I still, what's funny is they've still never charged anyone. They said that was about some guy that was, on their web, their free Wi-Fi or whatever up there looking up kiddie porn, but they never arrested anyone in this county for that crime. So still, that's like, to me, it's still kind of an open story because no one really said what happened, and there's never been a real clear it doesn't seem like the FBI would send up helicopters and make an evacuation and tell the sheriff's department that they need to hurry up and get up here to help them evacuate. And then, well, it was a guy on the Wi-Fi doing something bad.
That sounds like a cover-up story 101.
Yeah,
right there.
there's a little
Didn't they close more than one at the time? More than one of the solariums got closed. Isn't that what they're called? Solariums?
I think some websites got shut down. So they kind of, like, a lot of people dramatized that event also, but there was some weird stuff going on. I mean, it doesn't seem like they were telling the truth about whatever it was, though.
There was some other observatories that got shut down too.
Yeah, observatories, that's what they're called. Thank you.
Maybe there was something from this angle on the Earth they didn't want people to see because, they could leave a bunch open that don't have this point of view from this side of the planet.
Yeah.
They were all solar observatories too.
Oh, wow. So it's
a couple of years ago, there was a whole bunch of astrology astronomers that suicided themselves.
Yeah, what is up with that? With these weird fields of people that just like a bunch of people in their field. Like it's in pharma too, and like just a bunch of people. Like all of a sudden they decided to go drown themselves in the river, and you know somebody finds them face down, and then it'll happen a month again, and the guy's in the same profession with the same job title.
Yep.
You know, it's weird.
Oopsie.
That's so the holistic doctors. The holistic doctors are always offing themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a major one too. Like all of the alternative health people are really suicidal for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Architects, engineers from 9/11, they had such bad car accidents and all of a sudden.
It seems like whistleblowers also end up killing themselves a lot. That must be just things that are
a lot of sarcastic overtones here.
There's no sarcasm here.
Also,
no.
Well, you can't question official narratives anymore on YouTube too many times, or you might get turned off.
Yeah. Well, talking about that, do you guys remember when the Las Vegas shooting happened? That there was a lady that she saw what happened. She was gonna testify or something like that, and then she ended up being killed.
It was a young girl, actually, young woman, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, she died from natural causes. What are you talking about? She wasn't
It was
killed.
an accident. People do have accidents, you know, Anna?
A car accident,
Come
right?
on. Hello.
In her home, and they called it natural causes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that remind me of that.
But there was a guy
story
that ran over checking his mail, and then one of them got shot. So there was like several other people that had misfortunes.
What was the story?
Las Vegas shooting, remember?
I know, but what was their version of the story?
They were people saying there was more shooters. There were shooters on the ground down there shooting at them and stuff like that. There were people that were indicating that, from their point of view, something else was happening than what was told. I wonder if any of those faces, now that I saw that article about how the computer can just generate any human face at once now, and they look real. I mean, we were looking at them the other night. They all look real. They were all fake people. None of them were real. So, like, whenever they tell you something happened, and they show you 20 pictures of people that died, and I'm like,
yeah, there was that video out where this girl. Sorry.
Some of the victims were actors, I heard, and they show up in other videos and other tragedies.
And go ahead.
I was gonna say, the borderline shooting, all of those people were at Vegas. The people that supposedly survived the shooting at the bar, they also were at Vegas at the Vegas shooting, ironically. But then did you guys see the video of the shooter inside? And they said it was graphic on CNN, and they just show this empty dance floor with no one in there. There's no blood, there's no nothing, but you hear gunshots, and then a guy runs down the street. That's the graphic video.
Oh yeah, you uploaded making fun of it. Yeah.
Well, because they were real dramatic. This graphic, it's hard to watch, and I'm watching it, and it doesn't show anything.
I think we still have to be careful about what we say about this one, because this one gets people in trouble. It's like
I'm just saying what CNN showed. I don't know about. I'm sure it was all real, and those poor people that survived 2 shootings, I really feel bad, and they shouldn't go to Vegas with luck like that.
AI is our friend.
Yes, absolutely. They care for us.
Yeah.
And I saw this video of the girl. I don't know why she was filming that, and she said, I don't buy what I see here. I don't even see people running or dead people. Why would she film that with her hand and come up with a story like that? That's so rude.
Well, can you explain to me this one thing? Because I'm a guy. We got 2 other guys here. When there's an emergency, the first thing I don't do is just, you know what? I got to take off my shirt and throw it down. Every one of these big old things that happens, a bunch of people take off their shirt. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe they're putting it on blood, but no, they're just carrying it in their hand and they just have it off for no reason. Like, does that make you
look traumatized?
Is that what you do when you get traumatized and you're in shock? You just take off your shirt and run around?
Yeah, I always do that.
Rend yourself, rend your clothes, eh?
I'm getting naked. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that there wasn't a reason. I'm just saying
Start pulling your hair out and stuff.
And then the people that are always smiling while they're talking about people dying, and I'm thinking, are you guys on Thorazine? What the fuck's wrong with you?
One thing I always felt like with that one, there were deliberate breadcrumbs for people to pick up and put on their channels, and then their channels would get deleted. I mean, there were so many right away. There were so many contradictory stories. It was so suspicious. The whole thing was just like, wow, this is way too much. You know, it's just like they're trying to feed into the conspiracy theory people, and then
why wouldn't they do that to discredit people? Is once in a while throw a fake one out there and but then really do it to make sure it's real, but then make it look so fake that people can't help but tear it apart, and then and then of course ban them all because there's really people that are mourning because it was some real victims with it.
Yeah,
I put out that video of the Las Vegas theater, and I got 3 strikes on one video, and they shut down my channel.
Yeah.
Wow.
They didn't even tell me why last year.
But
they just
kind of like with the Pizza Gate, when the guy went to shoot at the Comet Ping Pong Pizza, and he happened to shoot at the closet where the computer was, right?
No, he watched Alex Jones. That's why he didn't.
So it's been debunked. It's
These guys always watch Alex Jones too. They always say that. He watched Alex Jones. Well, that makes
he was an actor too. He was an actor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe actors are really volatile people. We don't know. Oh, speaking of actors, supposedly, have you seen that little Kevin Spacey video that he put out where he's pretty much insinuating that if they mess with him, he'll snitch on the elite pedophiles? And now all of a sudden he's popped out in public like he really has something. The scandal's over for him now. He's got dirt on some other people, so he's decided to come out.
Will he end up in a car accident?
Is he going to get feel sick soon?
Yeah.
He's coming down with a very hard flu or something?
Well, maybe he'll go get a flu shot. He'll be like Lou Ferrigno, the Hulk, man, and he'll barely be able to talk and stuff.
But then he will take his shirt off.
He'll take his shirt off.
That's true. Don't forget that.
Scratch says he'll be suicided. He'll be suicided with his shirt off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There'll probably be another one of those where he is masturbating and puts the belt around his neck.
The asphyxiation thing or whatever that's called. Asphyxiation.
Erotic asphyxiation.
Yeah. Erotic, whatever it is.
Ken Nichols says, Ransom, that someone thought it was you one night.
Me what?
No, that someone confused Kent with you.
Oh. Like Clark Kent?
Kent. Oh my God. Whatever.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
But yeah, I think that guy will get killed if he speaks. Or if he even thinks about speaking. Suddenly we're going to hear, oh, he OD on some kind of something,
Was that Robin Williams that did the choke thing? That's not him.
He committed suicide. Well, supposedly, but no. Who did the Anthony
Bourdain?
Oh, the other guy that said he was going to expose a lot of people.
Yep.
But that his girlfriend, she was
talking about the guy that used to go around on the show and get drunk and check out people's food and stuff.
Yep. Anthony
Bourdain.
Yeah,
he was talking a lot of shit that he was going to expose some people, and then he erotic himself.
Yeah.
He went out swinging.
No pun intended.
That's funny. But so what else happened? Oh, I guess the volcano in Hawaii happened this year. That was crazy.
That was intense.
All over.
Huh?
All over there was volcanoes. Guatemala, Mexico.
Still is volcanoes. It's crazy.
Yeah, the one in Yellowstone was going off 10 times as often as it used to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow. What was that? The steam, what do they call it? One of the steam geysers. I can't remember what it was called, which one. But it was going off 10 times normal frequency.
Yeah, you're right. And then they had that big crack. They had that big crack open in Yellowstone too.
And the one in Africa?
Yeah.
The part of Africa
Arizona
splitting
well.
off.
I mean, you can't tell me that the Earth is not expanding.
Yeah, I think the Earth is growing. I think it's always been growing.
Well, supposedly the cosmic radiation, you know, excites the lava and, of course, heats it up.
Yeah,
so.
That's right. I think we're going to have a bunch of that. I've been saying that for a while.
Yep,
And they're
there's
even
more
talking
to
about
come.
there's 100 massive volcanoes on the cusp of eruption, but you know, no one knows which one. Like you guys said, they're all over the place now.
Oh.
And you know what's so trippy about that is we know in the past, supposedly, that it only takes like one volcano to go up with a real eruption up into the upper atmosphere, and we're in like a decade-long mini ice age where plants don't grow, so there will be food shortages. All these solar farms will be worthless at that point.
You know, especially once Harvard starts doing this geoengineering.
Yeah.
Yeah, since they hadn't already.
I think that's why you were talking about chemtrails earlier. I think that's why they're a different place. You know how it used to seem like they just did it everywhere all the time, like there was no specific place. And then here recently they've changed it over to where it seems like they're really got it down to an algorithm where they direct it in a certain area because they need something done there. Like say people have put options in a bunch of crops that grow in the South. They'll make it rain and flood and have a bunch of stuff happening and hurricanes and, you know, everybody's fixing their houses instead of working. And then we need a big giant fire to keep burning in California. So the rain will just come up to the coast and just stop there for, you know, like a week. It's raining out in the ocean for no reason. And it just decided to stop there, coincidentally.
Oh.
Yes. It's so many coincidences.
I don't see it that often here anymore, except for at nighttime. Sometimes we'll go out and the moon will be bright and you'll see them just big old line in this valley you can see for 100 miles. So you can keep seeing the jet going. So it ain't no contrail.
I don't know, but what I've noticed that they spray more when we have full moon. Like this past full moon, oh man, they were spraying like crazy.
What's it like in Houston? Because like we don't get nearly as much spraying up in the Dallas area.
We get a lot.
I think that's interesting. I don't know how is Ransom. You're in New Mexico.
Yeah, we barely ever get rain.
Are you on the 33rd parallel by any chance?
Yep.
Dallas is on the 33rd parallel. I wonder if that has anything to do with it for some reason. Because I always had heard that the magnetics in this area were higher. The planetary magnetics were higher here.
We barely.
That is what I was saying. I think maybe it's where there's weaker part of the magnetosphere, and supposedly, like you said, Dallas has stronger magnetics there, so maybe that is true.
And I don't know if that's true where you are, but I wonder if it has to do with that, just that parallel for some reason. If that, I don't know. That's just my theory.
You think all these ancient people used to pay attention to the ley lines so much, and then now it's like technologically where they know where stuff like that is. So they could be using magnetic lines and different things to disperse the particles they're spraying out.
They're doing something with the ley lines.
Yeah, they're doing something with the ley lines.
Well, I think that seismic wave that came out of off of Madagascar. That pulse that that was sent out the seismic frequency that went all over the planet, that was unnatural. That was something unnatural. I think that had to do with the ley lines.
Yeah, that was a bizarre thing, and they claim they just don't know anything about it. Scientists never stop telling people, their opinion on theories on stuff, but then when something that you would want them to tell us, well, what are some in-depth theories about? They just say, oh, we don't know. It was just, it just happened and it went everywhere. We don't know why.
Yeah.
Like I read the same story. They kept making it seem like it was updated, but it would just keep saying the same old thing, that it went like 11,000 miles and no one felt it except for the seismometers knew it happened.
Okay, here's an interesting comment from Scratch. The magnetosphere is a torus. I don't know what a torus is. I mean, I'm a torus, but not torus, that kind of. As the poles are shifting, which the poles are shifting, so will the entry and exit point of the torus. What's a torus?
Torus is a donut-shaped field of energy that
like a portal
emanates through the human body, the Earth, the sun, every planet, the universe, they all have torus fields. Everything has a torus field.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No.
Yeah.
And what was he saying? What's that?
And
Something about the magnetosphere.
Yeah, Scratch. It looks like if you cut an apple in half, that would look like a torus field.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
The magnetosphere is a torus. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
He's saying that the entry and exit points of Taurus is shifting as well.
Well, I saw something the other day about the North Pole is like 300 miles from the, what was it, 40 degrees. So it's some sort of point of no return, blah, blah, blah.
Till we get out of wobble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
Well, if the Taurus, if the Taurus is shifting, that means the entire zodiac would be shifting.
Yeah, we'd see the sky change.
Yeah. And just have one of them go without the other.
Right? So kind of off topic, but kind of back to 2019. I'm curious to know, like, what do you guys think, like, starting with Sue? what kind of, like, what do you feel intuitively that 2018 will be for the collective? Like, what do you get?
Well, it's like I was energetically, like I was saying when we started, it's about having to learn to live in more sensitivity. Everybody is so much more raw in their emotions. And so you either do the work and clear your shit out and, really incorporate it. And, you have to incorporate the light and the dark. And I think that is really important for 2019. It's really important for the people that are doing this work, because we have to be able to manage the waves of energy that come in as they go. It's learning to be more sensitive or live in more sensitivity without exploding to everyone. That's, one of the big themes for 2019 from what I'm seeing.
Nice. I agree with you. And that's, that's hard. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Doing shadow work sucks. It's not fun, but you do get the benefits. It's worth it. It's worth it because you let go of things that you've been holding on to or things that keep repeating in your life. And you're like, why is this? Finally get your big girl panties and do it.
I don't have any big girl panties over here.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was weird.
You can wear big boy panties. It's okay. Big boy panties.
I don't know. I gave up the butt hugglers as a kid. I switched over to boxers like at 7 or 8.
They made boxers back then that they were
briefs. Now they got boxer briefs, so you can have soft underwear that still looks like you're a grown up.
Oh my God. So what do you think, Anya? What do you think about 2019 energies, and what do you feel intuitively that, as a collective?
I feel intuitively like Sue said, there will be more to come. The ones that I started already, I can guarantee they will cough up another fur ball. Like it's not over yet. It's just really, you think you're all like, I got this, and then
nope.
Wait, there's another one. So, but this is like really, it's really important, and I'm doing that myself. Like I had a few nights ago, I had such a bad anxiety attack, and I even had to ask my shaman friend to help me, which I didn't disconnect from a ritual, which was a totally beginner mistake, like totally. That to me, and I was like, duh. So, but it was also something old where I thought I dealt with, where I really thought like, I'm over it. So there was still something attached, right? So
they like sneak out, like, no, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here. Remember me? Hello. So there is a lot of change coming. Like there will be more awakening, but there will also be more confusion. It's like, I really feel like now it's a time where people start separating. I mean, I don't mean that in a bad way. Friendships, I stopped drinking, are separating.
No more chocolate milk for you.
No chocolate milk. But you either go the path to grow, or you you go the way and you go down, to say it pretty tough and hard as it is. Like, yeah, either you do or you don't. I think it's very, it's an important time. Some changes will, like, I feel it myself, like things are splitting like Earth. And since we're connected with the energy, this is happening to us as well. So it's really important for everyone to find their right source of information and trust.
Yeah.
And discernment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Only, from the self.
Yeah. Yeah. If it doesn't really
the
vibe
self.
with you, it, it's for a reason. So what do you think, Brian?
Well, actually, they just said it. People need to learn more to trust in yourself. The answers you seek are all within. You don't have to go out here and be looking for these entities and things like that. Everything you seek is within. You've already got that knowledge. So just trust in yourself.
Yeah, not everything you see is an entity, and that gets played up so hyped. Oh, an entity.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't even mess with it.
80%, it's your own shadows. When you clear out, you will bring up your own shit. So, and if you clear it out, if it comes out of you, it will surround you for a while. So,
yeah, you can't be afraid of your own shadow, right?
Yeah, you can. So, but that's the difference between light and dark. So I never separate that. It belongs together.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we're coming into the age of Aquarius, right? We're getting further into it or closer to it as you want to view it. So that's the age of communication. So that could be communication with the self. Are you going to lie to yourself? Are you going to tell yourself the truth? It could be communication with others. Are you going to lie or tell the truth to them?
Or if you're not true to yourself, you can't be true to others.
Yeah, but there might be those that just choose to lie to themselves.
And that goes on a lot.
Tells the truth.
A lot of that is programming. A lot of that, you got to get in touch with what's your programming, and be willing to let go of the programming, which is hard for people because you're stepping out of society when you let go of the programming.
And if the communication extends to you and me, communicating thoughts or ideas or concepts, we would definitely want to separate those who have positive thoughts from those who have negative.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also with entities, yes, they're out there, yes, and they're going after the ones that are trying to waken up. But, if you don't feed into it, you're good, don't feed them. Concentrate on yourself, on your inner self, on your spirit, on your guidance.
I want to say something about that, because I also find that a lot of people, instead of, saying, I feel like they use an excuse of like, oh, that person has entities, that's why. But I feel like, sometimes, that's the case. But I think most of the time is just that person trying to make excuses, or the other person tried to make excuses and blame it on something else instead of dealing with you internally and trying to figure out what is it.
Yeah, or why does this person...
On the flip side of that, does anyone ever say, oh, that guy has good entities? Wow, that guy's got great entities,
Around them.
I'm so happy for him,
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good.
Well, they do. People do, because you say they have angels. You have angels, or you have
a good aura.
Those are good entities, right?
Cool.
But you're gonna
the entities too, yeah.
You feel that too. Not only.
Yeah.
Some people are gifted that can see, but other people like me, I feel. So I feel your good vibes, or I feel your not so good vibes.
Is that entities, or is that their aura?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Trust your gut feeling. It is never off. But then people don't trust their heart or their gut feeling. The head comes in the game. You need to learn to connect those.
Yep.
It's like the constant battle, because we've been trained to not connect those two.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now we have to retrain ourselves, reprogram our brain, not getting programmed by other foreign things that you don't want to, right? So that's the challenge, right? Of every day trying to wait a minute. Am I falling into the program again? Like, no, you know?
I did it the other days. I told you, like, you know, I got my hair done, I got nails done. For the first time in my life, I treated myself to something, right? And then I came home, I'm like, oh shit, why did you spend the money on that? And then I was like, hello, like, you have the right to treat yourself like every 2 years, you know, like.
You had buyer's remorse for taking care of yourself. We have that guilt because everything costs money, but yeah, you shouldn't feel bad about treating yourself or treating yourself nice.
No.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. That I fell into that again, right? And I was like, oh, wait a minute. No, I'm going to go in that bookstore and get a book now. So there you go.
Fight back. What do you think about 2018? Well, you kind of mentioned, or 2019, you kind of mentioned something a little bit at the beginning. So if you can.
I think 2019 is going to be like the great puzzle piece, and everybody's going to realize things are going to fall into place. Maybe not where they expected them to or where they wanted them to, but they'll see why it's that way. And by 2020, we'll all be seeing clearly. And I don't think that the elites on this planet are going to let a date like 2020 go to waste. They're going to be unocculted. And they're going to, I mean, it's been leading up to this. If you just watch any of the fake reality, it's all going dark. And the only reason I point out all of that is just not to be, negative Nancy, but I'm just pointing out, look at all the traps out there that you need to navigate around. And don't forget to not fall into those traps. I'm not really trying to be negative with the darkness, more like positive.
No, I get you.
You just got to realize stuff. And also don't take things for granted that are good. Also, a lot of people forget about, because they want more, they forget about the things they already have. And I kind of believe in that whole thing about a bird in your hand is worth two in the bush, because, you can lose the stuff you have chasing stuff that's unrealistic.
Right.
And always remember, like, you're never done learning. Ever. The
more you know, the less you know.
What?
The more you know, the less you know. That's what I was just saying earlier. Like, the more I know, the less I know. And you think,
stay humble.
You think you know it all.
The more I learn, the less truth I know.
Yep, exactly. Ransom, you had another good one though before you even started, which was that about being willing to take care of yourself, being willing to, no matter what that looks like. The self-care thing is so important. Going to be so important in the coming year, I think.
To be good to yourself in general, and also to be good to your body and
well, that's like a big portion of your health, is just having a good frame of mind about things. And when you're comfortable and healthy, it's easy to have a good frame of mind in life.
Yeah,
that's right. Well, I want to say that the feeling that I get for the energies for 2019 is pretty much, I know that me and, a lot of people went through a lot of changes this 2018. I know that there's been a lot of ending of cycles, different kind of things for everybody. I feel like 2018 is going to be like, all right, did you guys really learn from 2018? Now here, let's see what happens. So I feel like it's like I don't want to say like our test, but to really see if we can apply everything that we learned over, the past 2 years, if we can really apply it. And I kind of agree with Ransom about the 2020 seeing clear. By the time we get to 2020, I feel like everybody should be like.
Well, that's a good point, ready. Though. Just because you figured things out, then what are you going to do with it afterwards? Are you going to waste?
But there will come a time where we can use what we learn in that time.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Don't waste the epiphanies that you've developed over the years either. I mean, and like you said, that's the only thing any of us will ever figure out is no matter what, we still don't know shit.
Yep. It's all speculation and.
But it's that's the adventure, though, isn't it? Is trying to find out.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but that's why it's so important to listen to your inner self, to your own spirit, because there are the answers.
Yes.
Don't give in to the fear feeding and manipulation and I mean, even conspiracy theories are fake. Like they're throwing them out there too, just to give them something to do. You know, let's
Yeah.
is the Earth a pretzel or not?
How can you explore the world if you don't even understand yourself?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like, you know, you have to be kind of prepared and know yourself to challenge yourself.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And once you're done challenging yourself, you can take the challenge 2020.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, I think.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, I already forgot what I was going to say. I had a 420 moment.
Is that what they're called? I thought they were senior moments. Oh, thank God. I have a new thing, 420 moment.
That's funny. Well, so I don't know, I guess Nis or Mother Nature did not get a chance to show up, but that's okay. So anything else you guys want to say in closing? And before I pass it to you guys, I want to thank you, all of you, for being part of my journey. Not only the panelists, but the people in the chat and people that has watched me since last year when I started. So I want to thank you, all of you, for being there. Supporting me means so much to me. So yeah, thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys means so much to me. So thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, brace yourself for 2019.
Yeah.
Lots of energies coming in.
Yeah, and remember, no matter how tough it seems, you will not be there where you maybe want to be, but you will be there where you have to be. So I know that sounds like kind of easy, but it's not. But just trust.
Yeah, intuition be your guide.
Yeah.
The other thing I think will be big for my last bit on 2019 is trying to step out of judgment. The judgment of others, of yourself, especially of yourself. But we have to integrate the light and the dark. And you can't integrate the dark if you judge the dark. You know what I'm saying? So it's, you have to be in the neutral space and be able to integrate it and see how it all fits together, because it does all fit together, because we come from the darkness. We were just talking about this earlier. We're created from darkness, and out of darkness comes the light. And so it's all intertwined. And so it makes it easier to step out of judgment when you look at things that way.
And leave victimhood mentality. That's a big one.
Yes.
Yeah. And darkness is not bad. You can take a break in darkness. Like, for example, we turn off the lights and go to sleep. And you can do that too with yourself.
Yeah.
What do you think, Brian? Do you want to say anything in closing?
Keep it simple, stupid, and beautiful.
That's Trina's statement.
Ransom?
Well, I was just thinking, the future is kind of like a camping trip. If you pack the right things, you only bring good things with you. And then when you arrive there, you only have good stuff. So I don't know.
You need to improvise.
Take with you into the future the good things with you, and then you'll only have good things.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
Thank y'all for having us on, though.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. What a great group.
Anything in closing, Max, or are you good?
Yeah, I wanted to say that I heard there's lots of good alignments coming up this year, so lots of good energies coming in. Awesome. Take advantage of them. Check out Raven Wolf channel and make sure you get those alignments.
Thank you.
Get ready for it, guys. It's coming.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So again, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for coming, you guys. Thank you for being the guest for the pre-New Year celebration.
Thank you for having us, Anna. That was fun.
We're starting early.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're just warming up. It's a warm-upper.
That's right. All right, you guys.
We have a good frame of mind for the real thing tomorrow. So.
That's right. So Happy New Year. See you guys next year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Bye.